Welcome to the castle, everybody come inside, where each soul is important and stands with pride. No opinion's better than the next, we respect them all feelings are valid, let them echo off every wall. In the home of good vibes, we embrace and we heal, sharing truth and compassion with a soulful appeal. I'm your vibes queen, guiding light through the night, building trust in our kingdom as our hearts unite. I brew all the tea, warm and sweet with intention, got receipts to back it up, every claim gets attention. They call me the receipt queen, evidence on my throne. When drama gets crazy, I make sure the truth is known. Woo shall like, can you believe what we've heard? I keep it real and calm, delivering truth in each word. If rumors are stolen, I say okay, let's see. Then present all the facts so y'all can feel free. My members only, I share that exclusive tea. Platinum, you love it over here, living life carefree. We keep it real and loyal, trust growing each day. Inside these castle walls, love flows in every way. Every castle resident's voice is heard loud and clear. We vibe together in harmony year after year. Our story grows stronger with each conversation. So join the family now, be part of creation. Like, comment, subscribe to the castle where everyone is welcome. Welcome to the castle, everybody step inside. Vibes queen on the throne, come along for the ride. No opinion's better than the next, that's the deal. All feelings are valid, every vibe here is real. Castle residents, stand up, we keep it moving strong. In this kingdom of vibes, you know that you belong. Respect in the castle, that's how we do it each day. So settle in and vibe out, VQ's leading the way. I'm the receipt queen, I keep receipts on file. Spilling all the tea in the castle with style. When the drama pops off, woo, shout like it's hot. I stay cool with the facts, giving proof on the spot. You doubt my story, okay? I'll prove it real quick, dropping all the receipts, now the truth really sticks. I'm serving up truth while they just chasing clout. In the castle, we keep it real, no room for any doubt. For my members only, I spill extra tea on the side. Platinum, you love it over here, it's a VIP ride. Behind these castle doors, I serve truth extra strong. Exclusive vibes from my people, we vibing all night long. If you want the inside scoop, then you know what to do. Hit that join button fast and come through with the crew. Castle crew so loyal, shining bright like a crown. We built this family you together, ain't no tearing it down. Like, comment, subscribe to the castle where everyone is welcome.
Hey guys, welcome to the castle. If you are new here, welcome. And if you're not new, welcome back. Hey everybody. Hey to VMC 63. Hey Golden. I know we are late tonight. Oh, who else up in here? Hey Platinum. Thank you, Golden. Hey God Body. Thank you, Golden. Thank you so much. Have you seen us podcast? Hey Davida, welcome to the castle. Thank you, Golden, for your gifted membership. Davida, if you are up in here, please drop down and tell Golden thank you. And welcome to the membership. Hey, y'all. Katie Betty received another, hey, Morgan Banks. How you doing? So Petty Betty was a lucky recipient, and Davida Hurst. But have you seen this podcast? How are you doing? I hope you're doing better than the last time we saw you. What's up, God Body? But hey, y'all, hey, let me take this down. Yeah, so y'all seen the title. Hey, Glossy, we are late as heck tonight, but listen, I'm going to keep my word. I did promise y'all that we was going to talk about Tone, not Ileana, Tone and Dominique. And it was some narrative spinning around in these streets today. We will have a little mini, a a mini receipt party. Okay. We always going to come with the receipts when there's narrative. So we're just going to get through the receipts as fast as possible. When it comes to tone, I'm going to give you my reaction of what I think about Tone and Dominique and Hey Living to Life. But yeah, first things first. This today I came up here, right? Hey Golden,
Hey, hey
how you
vibes.
doing?
I'm good in yourself.
We're here, fashionably late, but hey,
Thank
gotta
you.
keep our word, right?
Indeed.
Yeah. But I know this morning I got on here, right? It was some narrative spinning. And guys, be sure to hit the like button for us. It'll help push the live out. Let others know that we're live so they won't miss it, okay? But yeah, so it was some narratives. And I'm not going to get deep into it or whatever because it just is what it is at this point, guys. But when you say something on my name, I take my name very serious and I'm very credible and I'm not gonna let a liar try to make me look like I'm not credible or I'm crazy, okay? Hey Copper. So yeah, the narrative is the last time we was live, which was last night, I said, the title said, didn't you just apologize or whatever? Yeah, I know she gave an apology. They're telling everybody in street sector that I took it as like she apologized to us or to a specific CC or to Golden or whatever. That's not what I said. That's not what I said. If you go to the 6 minute and 10 seconds into the last live streams, not live streams, but live stream, you will hear this. You will hear this right here. Hold on, wait for it. This is exactly what I said. I never said that she apologized to any CC. I said she apologized to her subscribers. Don't lie on my name, y'all. Hold on. But first of all, didn't this chick just apologize yesterday to her subscribers and whoever started for the madness? And y'all said, we're the problem? Today is Wednesday. She just came out here Tuesday, yesterday. Let's play it again for the ones in the back. So we are listening to see, did Vibes Queen say she apologized to Golden or ACC, or did I say that she apologized to her subscribers? Hold on. But first of all, didn't this chick just apologize yesterday to her subscribers and whoever started for the madness? And y'all said, we're the problem? Today is Wednesday. She just came out here Tuesday, yesterday. Okay, so am I lying or somebody else is lying?
Somebody else is lying and somebody's with an S at the end are dumb because you said it. And if they were listening, why would they even be agreeing and laughing like somebody else is stupid? Like you're following behind. Never mind. It's the whole group over there. I mean, that particular group who commented like that is short bus, okay? Because you're following behind a short bus what they said instead of saying, no, she didn't say that, or just not say anything. You're like, I know. Yeah, these people. So they're a little slower than I thought, like the lack of comprehension. Not only can they not read and write, but the ones, I guess, who can do a little reading and everything, they can't comprehend. So they all got some problems over there.
And it appears to me from looking at the comment section, everybody that was riding on the same short bus today, it appears to me that at one point, somewhere in time, they all had an issue with drugs.
Mm-hmm.
Allegedly. I ain't calling no name. I'm just saying from the comment section. I didn't even tell y'all which comment section. It was a comment section somewhere across the way with a bus full of slow people today. And they all have something along their name talking about they did drugs back in the day. So
And,
it ain't me.
and allegedly, they all came from dysfunction. Seriously, like we all got dysfunctions, but allegedly, they all came from seriously dysfunctional homes.
A whole bunch of generations and generations of curses. Okay. And we gonna leave it right at that. Yeah, but it's hilarious. Like, stop lying. The point is, stop lying. Okay. Live into life like, wow, well, we ain't say nobody's name. If the shoe fit, wear it. Did I say somebody's name? Did I say anybody named Golden? If the shoe fit, let them wear it. If you were the one that was running around today,
Hey,
lying
it
on
is
my
what it
name,
is.
wear it.
I mean, you got to accept what it is. You said it, and it is what it is, and we debunked it. Period. Maybe you should have kept your mouth closed, or maybe you should have asked. Oh, I didn't really, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think she said that, or I didn't hear it, or I wasn't up. But hey, it is what it is.
Moving right along. Now, real fast, I'm gonna show y'all what I've been talking about when I say, hey guys, can y'all go back to the I was just trying to see. I'm of course not trying to influence anybody to boost up a video more than it's supposed to be. No, that wasn't the intention. I just wanted to see how does the hype feature or whatever for the video works now. Okay, so shout out to everybody that played a part in getting me the receipt, how it look on your end, not on the CC end of things, okay? Because I cannot hide my own video, so I have to get somebody else to do it to show me. So this is what I'm talking about when I say hype up the videos. Like on the replay, when you're watching the replay, let's see. Yeah, when you're watching the replays, guys, you see how we say, pay attention to what's going on the screen. Let me take this down. You see right here, shout out to Copper. Copper is in this illustration. You see it before? Right here. This where you hype it up. Right here on the bottom. You see it? You see it say hype? And it say help your favorite creators get discovered, whatever. I could play it again. Hold on. I'm trying to get the clip back. So basically you missed a video. You missed a live and you came and you like, oh, let me catch the replay. Before you used to swipe once to see live chat replay. Now the hype button comes first. So comment, hype, live chat, and then if you want a summary of the video, you see it? Yes, I'm going to show you because I didn't even know that there was a limit that you could do it or whatnot. All right. So look at this one. Oh, I actually forgot to talk about the community tab. I'll go back to it because this won't take long. But it's a receipt I forgot to show y'all when it came to the lives. Okay. So this is what it looked like on your end. You've already hyped 3 times this week. So I'm assuming, what you say you did this same video 3 times? Was it this video in particular, or you hyped 3? Because I know today when I went watching a channel that I like, and I was trying to hype her video, it was like a photo shoot, maternity photo shoot, right? I was trying to hype her video, and it was already telling me that I can't hype anything. And I'm looking like I didn't hype anything all week. So why wasn't able to do it for my favorite CC? You understand?
Right.
So
Well,
it's
I
kind of
hyped.
confusing. Hmm?
I don't know. Maybe I need to try another video. I didn't even think of that, but I hyped that one video 3 times. So I don't know if I have an opportunity to hype other ones, or once I hype 3 times, that's it. I don't know if it's just for the one video or just for all videos for the week. But
Okay, let's pay attention to the chat real quick. I see a whole bunch of stuff going on. So I see Mimi said, okay, you're dropping by to show some love. Have a good night. Okay, Mimi, I completely get it. We're late tonight. Yep. Have a good night, okay? See you soon. Take care. And then it was somebody else. Have you seen us podcast? Gifted a Castle resident membership. Thank you so much. Let's see who got it. Diddy Love. Diddy Love was the lucky recipient. Diddy Love, if you are up in here, please have you seen us podcast. Thank you. Thank you so much, hon. I appreciate your support. I'm trying to get my banner. There we go. Thank you. And then thank you so much for your $1.99 super sticker. Let me see what emoji that was. One eye emoji. And this is your 5th super chat on a live stream. Thank you. Hey, Warlord. And thank you so much. You said coming soon so you gave a 99-cent and a $1.99 and a gifted membership. Thank you. Have you seen us? I appreciate you. But yeah, you okay, Golden? Uh-oh.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm listening.
Okay. All right. But Warlord, how you doing? I was in your live earlier. I was busy tonight. I was trying my hardest to come live early, but I just couldn't. So let me go back to that receipt. And guys, just bear with me, okay? Because you know it's been a minute since I did a show with me putting up this and putting up that. And I'm trying to make sure I'm showing you the right thing at the right moment. So let's see. For this one, this was supposed to be with the lies at the beginning of the show, okay? The new narrative was, well, Dead Rose sat there and said that Golden have been so today is Friday. So she said this Wednesday. Wednesday on the live that was deleted, she said, Golden, that's on the panel with me, have been a member on her channel for 15 months. Is all this stuff floating around talking about who's stealing who's subscribers and who ran over here with me and all of this stuff. Nobody can't run over here from her channel to my channel when they've been following me first. Golden have been a Casa resident on this channel for 18 months. It's on the screen in black and white. So if you're saying that she was supporting you for 15 months and she was over here with us for 18 months, do I need to explain that or anybody could just figure that out? Does this even need an explanation? It's there in black and white. So no, the point is nobody ran over here from her channel to my channel. All right? It's steady. Like just stop. Let me see.
No, that's just really something she always says. So it just kind of proves when she thinks that she's the one and everybody, when she gets rid of them in her head, that they run to you. Like these people were here before we even knew who she was. And I
Good
wish
night.
Marcus would have never even introduced us to her.
Good night, Platinum. I understand. Thank you. Have a good night. Platinum says she got to get up early for important business. I completely understand, hon. See you later. Copper say it says that you can hide videos 3 times per week for free and refresh it every Monday. Oh, okay. Thank you, Copper. And Warlord said, I'm good. Sorry if you had. Wait, I'm good. Sorry if I had too much. No, it was fine. I was in the bushes listening, but I was busy with my kids. Yeah. You see how late I came live at midnight, right? But you have anything else to say, Golden? We still didn't even post our pictures that we took from YouTube.
Oh, yeah. Not really. I did want to. It's really not that important, but I did want to kind of address something with that DNA individual who's a moderator of Sunny's. You're probably in the bushes, like you call it, bush watchers. You know, and you run your mouth a lot and you don't know what you're talking about. Uh, I don't care what that dead Rose from the cemetery said. She's not a credible person. Okay, because number one, nobody is disabled. My brother does not live with me and he's not disabled. Since you were, going all through my stuff, you would have known long ago. I'm sure some people have listened to my video. I know MGO did. And that's when she realized that I deal with someone who's autistic. My uncle is not disabled. He's autistic. He has Asperger's. So go look that up so you can see it's a high functioning. They're independent. They can do what they want to do. Yes, he's been with me, but he's been with me even before I had my children, FYI. Okay. And I think I just explained the other day, it's best for him to be with me than be in his own place, which he has had his own place. Matter of fact, he's had one and lived in the one that I once owned. But people take advantage. And like MGO said, they used to take advantage of her. So you don't know what you're talking about. And while you're talking about, yeah, so she's a caregiver, tell me how I'm a caregiver when I was at Costco and mama was at the damn mall, okay? When I got in, I didn't even know she had gone to the mall. So, you don't know what you're talking about. And apparently, you don't know nothing about a type of family that I have where we all look out after each other. Okay. We've lived next door to each other. This ain't my mama's first time living with me. She,
I can't hear you, Golden.
I'm sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yeah,
I got it.
but I don't even understand where this came from out of nowhere. Like, ain't
Right.
nobody
It's like
got
this
time for that.
gossiping. So, you can just go on and while you were busy talking about the docs, how come you didn't tell the other part? Yeah. Yeah. That Golden it got her shit together, okay? So, while you running your mouth, along with a few others like that Pinky Glockina or whatever, who I believe is Jocelyn, you know, oh yeah, Golden was talking about kids. No, you tagged me because never mind. Let's finish up. And as far as these young women, let me tell you, Pinky Glockina, I don't give a damn about them anymore. They ain't had no business coming to the world to try to fight somebody and lied, okay? So you apparently probably one of them drug babies. You don't know nothing about villages. You don't know how, like if you go to Foreign Bloods page, she gets on these women too. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to correct them. Okay. And guess what? If my daughter is out there right now doing some dumb stuff, I hope a woman with some wisdom pull her to the side to talk to her. See, you don't know nothing about that because you think something is wrong with it. And I believe I heard you say you had a daughter. So you know what? I feel bad for your child, okay? And I wouldn't even want my child to even be, if I had a child your age, of your child's age, I wouldn't even want my child to even be a friend of your child because I see what kind of mother you would be where you think that because it's some older women that's correcting women when they doing wrong. Okay, it ain't about no mistakes. You know better when you hit a certain age. So these women knew what they were doing. Okay, it just didn't work out well for them. They not unless they special needs, like how DNA talking about some disabled stuff. Unless they some special needs mentally, well, they might not understand and know. Okay. I know damn well when I was even a teenager, I knew what I was doing, even being young. So miss me with that. Y'all just the type of trashy mothers. You don't care.
This is
So I'm done with it.
unfortunate because it's like, you know what? I see the play. And I saw everything that was happening tonight. And I told myself, I'm not doing this. I am not
I'm
doing
done with
this.
it.
I
I'm,
literally said that, yeah, go ahead. I don't
mhm.
mean to cut you off.
No. I said I'm done with it. I just wanted to address that one because, see, on her other page, she has me blocked that Pinky Glockina. And I noticed that she wrote a long comment about a year ago about Platinum. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
Here
I
she
did
is
want
in the
to.
chat. That's what I'm saying. Like it's always some messy ish going on. And I don't understand. Like I done finally got it where Mimi, Glossy, Warlord, everybody's over here in this chat. Everything has been peaceful. Here
Pinky
come a
Glockina.
demon raising their head and want the drama. So here we are finna start division again,
No,
right?
we're not going to even start it. I'm going to tell her like this. You ain't had no business coming for me. What did I say about your child? I think I said I'd find out who you are and put children's services on you or something like that. I don't remember. It was so long ago. But you know what? Maybe you shouldn't have came tagging me because you saw me in Chase's live talking about what I saw what some of the moderators were saying. And you had got your little wrench and you was trying to show your little butt and you call yourself tagging me. So I don't even care. Like I said, you do what you got to do. If y'all want to be whores, if you don't want to be about nothing, then you go ahead and be. I don't care. Apparently, you don't understand nothing about a village. Because if you think that people are picking on women, okay, it's just like with Yana. She thought I was flip flopping on her because I was supporting her. But when I see that something that was not this was I saw where she did some wrong and it was some dishonesty, I'm going to call it out. So you're not used to women like me. So you can get on and take care of your child, Jocelyn. You apparently got beef. You created a whole paragraph about me, young lady, ma'am. You created a whole paragraph and about Platt and I because you were so bothered by it
What
because
I'm
you get so
saying is,
mad.
what I'm saying is, it's been peaceful. Like
Right. So
literally, the way I took that girl's live tonight, Sunny, I took her live as she's upset that everybody's over here and everybody's getting along. I don't understand why we're going back down memory lane again. Like it's over.
right,
Let
it's
us
over.
stay
I don't know
over
what she.
there.
It's over, right? Because I don't even know what she's talking about. That I something about a daycare one day with Mimi because she's. I don't even know what she's talking about. So yeah, let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving.
It's so freaking toxic. Like I literally said, whatever. I know she wasn't addressing me. She was addressing you. What I'm saying is, it's done. Like nobody want to get on here, keep going on and on and on and on and on about the same shit over a year.
You a lie. I ain't never. If you got the lady, you better produce a screenshot because I don't even know what you talking about you and no daycare with Mimi. Girl, if that's what you feel, I'm so hateful, then stop following me. You felt like because I told you what I told you that day when you come tagging me, you ain't had no business tagging me because you saw me in somebody else's chat. And if I made a mistake about it wasn't the moderator said it, it was somebody else. It was somebody who was very active in the chat that day. I really don't even remember all of it, what it was because it was so insignificant. I don't care. If that bothers you so about it, then hey, I don't even know what you're talking about. Now, goodbye.
It's so crazy because I literally saw her live and I said, watch this shit. It's been so peaceful. She's gonna go live. She's gonna say something. Then she already said, oh, watch, it's gonna be a live tonight with my name in the title. Sunny wanna start a beef again. And she's gonna beef by herself. She ain't gonna be beefing with me. Mentally, I'm
No, we're not even
drained.
talking about Sunny. I'm not even talking about Sunny. Pinky Glockina, you started with me first. Because I can remember one time I was in Sunny's chat and you come talking about some Yana and Monique. You don't even know what you're talking about. Girl, I have broken Monique off so much money. And the reason why I got on Monique's ass is because when she was playing games, I just looked at the screenshots. I kept saying, Monique, I found a place for you. I found a place for you. She did not because she already was in the same shelter I was found one for. So now she got to play it off. You see, you don't know about slick people. All of a sudden, she was like, Golden Signature and her crew, they buy, whatever she said. And I said, oh, she trying to be slick because she don't want to admit that she got a place already. And everybody keeps saying, hey, Golden, we found you a place. So, girl, you don't know what you're talking about. And I don't like nobody trying to play no slick game with me. So, yeah, I busted her out about it. Period. Period. That's how y'all are. You group of people, that's how y'all females are. Like, you came for me first, talking about some whatever you said. I don't even care nothing about them females no more. I don't give a damn about them. They got a mama, okay? I've helped.
You
I've reached out. You try to give them some information. You try to reach out. All they want is money. That's it. That's all. Goodbye.
Man, listen, I saw that. I saw through that whole play tonight. She's gonna come out here
No,
poking. Then tomorrow, Ken gotta go live, and now you gotta feel. No, I saw it. She came
Pinky.
out here poking because she wanted you to go live, and then some shit gets started. Then tomorrow, oh, he feel the need to defend her, and it's a never ending back and forth. I
Girl,
ain't
wait a
got
minute, Pinky,
time.
you like a ratchet. You think because somebody wants better than somebody, oh, you might think you all high and mighty. Honey, I wasn't walking around
Where
saying
did
I
this
was the
person
bougie
come from, though? This person don't even
from
normally
the
come over
cloud.
here. She didn't even
Right, just
speak.
get on. Just get on. See, you just like a typical one. A person who's trying to help somebody be better. They think they all and mighty. You tell me today I was showing off some LV bags saying I was the dollhouse bougie and somebody couldn't sit with me. Now, if I was doing that, then you could tell me that, okay? I don't think I'm almighty. But when I'm correcting somebody to do better, and just like people have corrected me to do better. If you don't want it, then you don't want it. Get on. I don't care. I ain't brought up your child. I told you when you when you called yourself tagging me, if you mess with me, I'll find out who you are and I'll send children's services over to you. I think I recall something like that. I ain't brought up your child. Now get on, okay? Let's get the moving vibes. Girl,
This
I don't
shit
speak
came
on
in
no
the
children like
chat.
the
She
rest of them.
ain't even said.
What?
I said she came in the chat. This girl ain't even said hello, nothing. Just jumped in straight talking shit. We supposed to be on Tone and Ileana. Like, girl, why are you here? Like, it's stupid.
No, what you do, you entertain that. That's what you do. Okay? And I definitely don't speak sexual about children. Now, if a kid is doing something and I ain't said nothing, so you got it all mixed up. I recall because you were tagging me. Your child's mama was tagging me, meddling with me. This like the first time I even recognized who you was meddling me because you watch what I say. Okay? You watch what I say and you've been following me apparently like a stalker because I didn't even know who you were. And all of a sudden, one day when Sunny was having something going on and I typed in the chat and was telling her something, here you come. And I'm like, who is she? Are you Jocelyn, by the way, Glockina? Are you, is that who you are? Honey, you can't tell me about who I am. You damn right I'm Eureka. So what you gonna do about that? You can't tell me nothing. You can't tell me about what I am or too old to do. Too old to what? To correct young women who are acting out? I'm too old to be reaching out. What I'm too old to be doing is taking care of somebody else's grown ass woman kids who ain't
Um,
don't want nothing for themselves.
what's happening at the point I'm at? I'm mentally over with her. She came up here. She did not even speak. Okay, she just came in and it's bullshit. The people that actually be here and support us literally got the hell out the chat because right now they're uncomfortable. Like
Girl, ain't
it
nobody
does
spoke on
nothing
your
but
child, so you
division.
get her out of here. Ain't nobody spoke on your child because she had me blocked anyway. Get her on up out of here. I ain't gonna keep going back and forth. I know exactly what I told you because I had to recall. So get on up out of here. If I told you because I told you that I would call children's services on you if you wanted to keep messing with me and tagging me and harassing an old lady, you disrespectful. Because whatever it is, I ain't gonna never do that to no older woman. Since you say I'm so old, you disrespectful. I ain't lying about nothing. And I don't know what you're talking about with Mimi, but when she come back, maybe she can tell me. Because I'll trust her word before yours. But I can definitely recall what I said. Because see, you was busy up in somebody's chat like you are now. Well, no, in the bushes. And then here you come tagging me. Oh,
We
because I
we
said
worked
something about what
we worked way too hard. We worked way too hard to have peace again, to be building and growing again. To no, I saw the play and it's like she was. Who sent you, girl? Like
you
gone somewhere.
you did say it earlier. I see the play. That's why we not gonna even really
That's
touch
why I
on it.
was
But I
saying I
did
didn't
want
even
to.
want to come live. Something was telling me don't even come
Mhm.
live. Dead ass was telling me don't come live. Because I'm going to prove her wrong. I'm going live. Your name not going to be in the title. The topic is not about you. I came live to talk about dead roles that we supposed to be going to Tone. And I said, I'm going to show her. No, your name not going. She's expecting us to go live about her.
Well, we not because it really ain't that. I didn't even really hear all that,
That's
and
why I
it's like
said that. That's why I feel like the girl in the chat just came as a distraction. You're a
yeah.
distraction. Like who sent you?
Go back up in
We're,
the
we're,
go back in the bushes like you been, because apparently I'm sure Vibes ain't never even seen this one before. Like the time when she came out on me when I was kind of consoling Sunny about something. It was something that had taken place, and I went up in her chat. This was a year ago. Here she come. I'm like, who is she? I think she might be that Jocelyn broad. I'm not certain. But Pinky Glockina, take your cell phone. Matter of fact, you say you got a child. You need to be tending to her. Bye. Okay, so let's keep it moving.
I don't even want to be here no more. I'm being honest. Like I'm tired of every time like people get shit to fuss about. Like no, I'm not giving you shit to talk about. That was how my mind was set when I came live. Like I'm tired of it. Like no, I get people just come out here and poke, 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 poke. I'm not gonna let nobody keep making me upset. Gotta keep going back beefing with nobody. I done threw my hands up over a week ago, 2 weeks ago. It's
I know
done.
exactly. I know exactly what I said to this woman. She had no business trying to meddle and pick on an old lady, is what she called it. See, that's what I be saying about these youngsters. They be thinking that people be punks and they ain't gonna say nothing. She created a whole thing and had tagged me in, and I'm like, "What's this tag?" And here this girl, that's like, that's the same girl from before was saying something about me and Yana. Like she always peeking and don't know what she talking about. Okay. That's what it is. That's their problem. And they got some comprehension problems. I know what I told, and I already said it. You should have had a screenshot like how I have. So get on and go tend to your baby. Yeah, they be wanting to be bush squatters, but they don't be listening and they don't, you know what I'm saying? Poor comprehension. I don't care what the woman said. I ain't got, if I said something, I said it, and I know exactly what I said. But this woman just came out of nowhere meddling with me. I didn't even know who she was. And this was a long time ago, and I told her some stuff. And she's like, okay, old lady, no, B, go call your mammy, the B who spit your funky ass out, old lady.
I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. When somebody expect me to do something and they say they're waiting on me to do something, I'm trying to show you that I don't have to do what you're waiting on me to do. This girl
I
was
get what you're
sent.
saying.
It's a hard distraction from what we're supposed to be doing.
I don't think she was really sent. I said, mention her name. I'm not going to even blame that on nobody. She been in your bushes. She's one of those kind of people. She lurks. So anyway, let's go ahead and keep it pushing.
My mood done got ruined now. I don't want to be bothered no more. I'm tired of them. Like, it's just always some negative shit. Like, here I am thinking, oh, yeah, let's finally talk about some real content. It just got to be that one bitch.
Well, did everyone let's watch the tone interview? Have you all watched the tone interview yet? Yay, nay?
The people that even wanted me to come live to talk about Tony's not even here.
Oh, okay.
That's
Well,
why
I
I'm
guess
like, because people sit there and like boost me up. Oh, yeah, girl, go live. We want to talk about Tone. Ain't nobody here now. But then when I'm popping my shit, then they like, oh, I want you to do positive content. I
well, we
can't
were
win.
here kind of late. Copper said you want her to come up.
Okay, hon. Because to be honest, when it comes to Tone Golden, I'm not coming at you, but you know exactly what we talked about. I said, I'm not giving nobody no satisfaction. Don't nobody control my emotions. You
Right,
get what
you
I'm
did.
saying?
Right.
If I said you're gonna be beefing by yourself, you're gonna be beefing by yourself. I don't care what distraction you want to throw my way. But what I'm not gonna do is get back where we are together because I didn't do it myself. Everybody played a part. I'm not gonna sit there and say, hey, everybody's in the chat. People is literally uncomfortable right now as we speak because that's people from Warlord shouldn't even have to be up in here as a paid Castle resident, and he can't even just sit back and enjoy the space because it's some negative Nancy at 1 a.m. that's trying to make people uncomfortable and throwing shit around and trying to cause. We're not going with the what you call it, division anymore. We're not. Everybody is free to go where they want to go and be wherever they want to be.
That's
You
true
get
because
what
we
I'm
all
saying? I'm not
grown.
trying to, we're not having nobody dictate how a show go. If we came live and we said, we're going to talk about this, we're going to talk about that, Sunny is not even a topic in this live. Ain't that her moderator or something?
I think it used to be. Yeah, because see, she's talking about I was messing with her being a moderator. Girl, as soon as she got that wrench, she tagged me. I got the screenshots. Okay, because she was being so tough because they were in the Dotes live, and they were, of course, they were talking about, something going on in Sundays. And I said, yeah, something about her moderators. They was even saying something. I remember it had something to do with the moderators that had said something. And then she come tagging me like, which one the moderator ain't said. I was like, oh, she's showing out because I remember like days before she had just got her mod stick. So that's how this all happened. She came from me. Ain't nobody bothered her with because she had a moderator stick. I didn't bother Sunny's people because they had mod sticks. I ain't never bothered them folks over there with their mod sticks. I ain't never got into it with nobody in her on her channel. I never really watched her channel. When I came in, I was peaceful and talking to Sunny direct, and maybe a few people in the chat when something was going on. So that girl, she don't know, honey, she definitely got me twisted because I know exactly what I said. And ain't nobody said nothing about I was trying to pick on her just because she had a mod stick and she was talking to Mimi. Like, girl, please, I don't know what you're talking about. That ain't never happened.
Oh, I'm
I know
sorry,
exactly what
Copper. I'm sorry, hun. I know you said you want to come up. I guess it didn't even dawn on me like, duh, I gotta drop the link. And Golden know this how me and her talk. She know it ain't nothing. No, we just no, we
by
can't.
Divine.
We
I
yeah,
did bring it
we
up.
under some other shit. Like,
And she I did bring it up, Divine, so you can go ahead if Golden brought it up to tell her oh, okay, to shut the hell up, Golden. What Divine, what are you talking about? I did address it because she brought my name up today. Are you listening?
hey, Fifi.
I don't know if Divine is a troll or not, but you don't talk to me like that. Yes, I did bring it up, and there was a reason behind it. Vibes is very much aware I brought it up, and anybody who was listening, unless they part of the short bus who gets it confused and think that we think that somebody's having apologizing to us instead of to their supporters. So you another one? Wait a minute.
But how you doing, Fifi? I gotta try to get our people back in the chat. It's been so much drama. Some of them don't even drop down anymore. They just waiting on the drama to die down. Like, no, take your ass back across the highway, whatever. We ain't got time for that. All
Now,
that damn
Divine,
drama. Huh?
I'm reading it, Divine, and maybe I didn't got it a little confused what you said. I don't know if you telling me to shut the hell up or not. Golden brought it up, so tell her to shut the hell up, Golden. Golden, so I'm thinking you telling me to shut the hell up. I don't
Man,
know,
fuck
but
them
anyway.
damn people. Golden.
Okay, I'm just saying, like, I don't know. What I'm
Hmm?
trying to do is say, I don't know, Divine is talking, telling me to be quiet or is telling the person to be quiet. I don't know who it was, you know what I'm saying? Like, I might have been being a little rude to Divine, but I don't know. But anyway,
Copper, that's you?
Yes, me.
Man, we don't give a damn what no troll saying right about now. We don't. Get the hell on somewhere, okay?
I blocked him
You say
already,
you had a
so
phone call?
is my audio
Jesus. Yeah,
is
you
my
good.
okay.
You burping.
I'm
Burp,
burping.
burp. I'm just kidding.
Oh, I'm like, oh hell no. I made sure I close everything. Bluetooth off.
Hey,
Yeah.
Image. Oh, gosh. Yeah, okay, I'm going to be honest. Gordon, you okay before we move forward?
yeah, I'm okay.
You get exactly what happened between me and you just now, right? And I don't know how to say it, but Copper, do
I
you understand
totally
what's
get it.
happening when people like Copper go live and say, "I'ma talk shit about VQ right now"? I guarantee you, VQ gonna go live at 1 o'clock and cuss me out. Here go VQ go live at 1 o'clock and talking about, child. Let me tell you, Fifi and Image was over there today. I'm not even talking about Copper. Now Copper look crazy as hell over there by herself, thinking she know what I'ma do.
Right. Well, we ain't brought up the other one because, and I'm not going to bring her up. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even about, I had told myself I'm not going to fight with that woman, that young lady and go back and forth with her. That's been done, you
Here
know.
go Morgan. Morgan been waiting from the beginning. Morgan said, "So, how about Tone and his wife? She will still make excuses for him."
But
Let's see what Copper. Copper, what you got to say, hun? When you came
no,
up,
I just came in here, to try to help shift the mood and get to the content. So that's a good question Morgan got because I was thinking that too. Like Eliana's pregnant with this whole man baby right now, and she was really set on the I don't care about nobody past, and was trying to dismiss the fact that this is him. It's not no past. This is him. And now that it came out, because I knew when Damo came out, he was sugarcoating shit. Like he told the truth because when he was over at the funeral home, he was saying like low key, there's more I could say, but I want to throw him under the bus. So then everybody was like, "So what made you come out?" And he said it himself that, well, I was really upset with him because he was slandering, the LGBT community, and I know the truth about him. So I said, that's understandable, and I respect him being honest about that. So now it comes back to the whole Ileana thing because people was debating like, oh, Ileana don't care. She said she knows, but she really didn't know. She just was being dismissive to whatever Marcus brought to her attention and making excuses, like trying to cover. Like she didn't want to process that information. She didn't want to face it. But now she really has to face it when the truth is out, especially when Damo said, 10 to 15 times they done met up this year. And we all wonder why Tony used to take late night walks. And I said it from the beginning, late night walks is creepy behavior. It's always been creepy behavior. So what you think he doing? He telling you he doing this and doing that. And he lies now. Now you gotta admit that he's a liar. How she's gonna be able to process this at this point?
Yeah. Image, I'm sorry to hear that. You say, yes, my friend brother passed away. She called me drunk. Sorry to hear that, Image. Morgan say, so how about Tone? Okay. Did we read that? Let me see. We did.
Honestly, I'm tired of the Tone story. I don't think Ileana cares. She said it before. Ileana it's about survival. She needs somebody, and she's heard the stories before, and I'm sure by now she knows. She doesn't care. And I know Marcus mentioned something about that he's tired of the story. And I'm sure he is because all he's doing is going over there and it's the same old stuff with the same old interviews. Like the next time I think he should come back and interview them is when they're ready to find eye patch or ready to do a DNA or something. I mean, it's the same story over and over. Dominique brought that up before that he didn't like how Tone was talking about his community. When Tone was trying to play it off. And that's just how those download dudes do. They talk real bad about the community.
Well, Damo did when he did like give some guidelines to his agreement to the interview he did. He said, if you nip this in the butt, this be the last time he'll, we to talk about this. As long he said, I will come in and do the interview as long as this is the last time we talk about this. So that's why he agreed to be truthful and everything. So, you know, it is the end of it because there's really no more else to tell. Damo was truthful on his part, and being that he was one of the people that brought it out to Marcus' attention, and he told the truth. So it was like now, no matter what Tone say, it doesn't matter. The truth is out there. It was already out there,
Fifi,
piece by piece, but it's out there.
Fifi have a question. Is something new going on with Tone? Well, Dominique came out and did an interview. It's on the Atlanta Street interview B side channel. It's not on the main channel. So there's the interview with Tone. If you look on membership, I shared it. I think I shared it on membership and public, both ways. So it should be on my community tab. I don't think I have a mod in the chat that could even drop the link for you if you missed it. But I'm gonna let y'all get out what y'all gotta say. But when it comes to them, I'm gonna tell you how I feel. Cause
How do you feel?
I don't respect anybody that come on the internet and talk about what they did, kiss and tell. It's
Agree.
tacky. It's very tacky. And not because it's not being done to us and like everybody like, oh, I want the tea. It's wrong. Like Dominique, you look that's weird. That it's weird.
But Dominique whole his whole content is about exposing DL men.
Yeah, and then the simple fact that you have on a mask over your face, but you trying to expose somebody else, I don't respect that. Now, do DL men need to be exposed and live in their truth, especially when a woman is involved? Yes. But how you trying to expose somebody, but you trying to cover your face at the same time? You're being hypocritical.
True. I didn't even think of it like that. That's true.
So Tone, you trying to expose him, but you still trying to keep yourself safe.
You know
You
what?
mean Dominique?
I don't understand why he did that because like a lot of us know, everybody may not know from Marcus channel, but a lot of us know who he is in his channel, and he sits with a camera in his face all the time on his channel, like he doesn't hide. So when I was seeing that and I was thinking, I'm like, maybe he just trying not to show his face, like to be connected to Marcus content. That's what I was thinking because I'm like, I don't understand why and he got a wig on. He usually don't wear wigs unless he trolling. A few times I seen him in the wig, but he was trolling. But he doesn't wear wigs, and he covers his face when his face is wide open every day on his own channel. So that's why I was thinking maybe he just doesn't want to be linked to Marcus channel somehow.
And it's so crazy because I've never been to his channel. I know y'all told me the name, but I haven't. I forgot. You ever went over there, Golden?
I think I went over there one time, but I really wasn't even interested in all that. I've seen it so much with men being exposed, and I used to follow a guy on Facebook. He was the DL detector, and he used to always, and I just know, with me having a gay male friend and the stuff he's told me, like, I know how that works.
Hmm.
It's just the same old, same old. I do know that it's getting worse, and with like young ladies, well, women in general, but especially young Black women, they really need to be aware because it's worse now. It's worse than it was before.
Hmm. And you realize Tone all of a sudden he went from personality disorder to that last outburst he had with Eliana to I got ADHD. I'm like, this man stay on Google because you can tell the first time he brought up the ID, he was like, Marcus, look it up. So you could tell he was looking up to have some little excuse to lean on. Then now you say ADHD. And then he said it again to Marcus. Marcus, you can look it up. And I was like, that's what you be doing. You be looking up mental disorders and say you got the.
Morgan, that's what I was waiting for. I think Marcus is what is got that clip for another time. I think he might want whatever Dominique said about Polo. I think Marcus is going to get another interview eventually from Polo and ask Polo those questions. That's what I was looking for because honestly, all that stuff Dominique was talking, it's the same old, same old. I didn't get no tea out of it. We've heard about all this before. It's nothing new. Or did I miss something? Did I sleep on something, you all? Because from what I listened to, I mean, like Dominique said that there's no such thing as a Neo, which we know that Tone is full of game.
And
Mm.
He's a
Dominique
whole
look
con artist. Huh?
Dominique acting like he was broke or something. First it was what 200 or some foolishness. Then he got talked down to 160 or something. The simple fact that you even negotiated to talk about me, that's weird. I'll be upset. If I was told, I would be very upset with you. You're a snake. You go back telling everything that we talked about, what we did. I can't respect you.
I mean, I see what you're saying. I don't know. I don't think it's Snickers because, like you said, like Damo's more his thing. He do it for women, right? Oh, women should be wary of DL men. So when he first came out, like he said, his whole he was in his feelings about Tone's LGBT remarks, right? Knowing the truth about him, and he still hid the truth from us. So even when he felt like Tone kept lying, and I guess he got this big wave now or whatever, and he tired of his name being brought up too in that situation on Marcus channel because for some reason he don't want to be seen as affiliated with it. But at the same time, Tone he's being very conniving. Like he's the snake. He is the snake.
Well,
So I don't think this is a kiss and tell situation because he really tried to hide it. He tried to cover him initially, and then he felt like even last time because remember I posted the long comment he wrote, and he basically was upset that Tone keep letting a narrative play out that he said like he kept saying like the pink thing wasn't Tone wasn't at his house with that pink thing. Like basically he didn't leave his pink thing there. He had his own pink thing, and Tone wasn't looking to clarify none of the lies, but at the same time, he was letting he was telling his own lies. So he probably was fed up.
I don't think until it's done to you, I don't think you understand. Like not you, Copper, but anybody. Until you lay down with somebody and you wake up one day and this person on the internet talking about you, you don't know what that feel like. That's like the ultimate betrayal. You're on the internet talking about me, but you just was
Well,
laying in my bed.
well, I get what you're saying, and I would totally feel that same way. But Tone keeps coming back. Now, when it comes to like, it's kind of iffy because
Yeah, I get it.
women,
And
these
then
men
you're putting
are,
a price tag on my character, a price tag on my whatever. But I guess 160 is better than being finessed out of your storyline for free, right? So I guess at least Domo upgraded a little bit.
and he
Go
has his
ahead,
cash
y'all.
app up there. He had his cash app up there. So between the 160 and maybe he'll get a few cash apps or from some, if any game, I mean, any buy men hit him up, then they a fool because he's definitely exposing.
So would it still be funny if Tone did his interview after that interview and showed your face after that interview? Even though you said the face is out here, would it be funny while Marcus is interviewing Tone? Tone say, "Yeah, matter of fact, he want to hide behind a mask. Here go the real picture right here."
I
That's
mean,
yeah.
it wouldn't
Everybody
be
will
wrong.
say Tone is wrong, right?
I wouldn't think Toner's wrong because that's who you slept with. If you want to reveal who you slept with, then reveal who you slept with because I don't think it's compared to the same as you had a honest relationship with somebody and then they come kiss and tell. I think this is more about somebody trying to, just they being a snake and they being a conniving. It's not a regular kiss. It's like more like an adulterer also. Like if you know it's if it's two people involved with one person and the one person lying to both of them, somebody come out. I don't consider that wrong either because you've been lying to both of them. And as far as the price, I mean, well, it's Marcus Channel. Everything he deal with has a price on it. So he deals with money in exchange for information. So I can't fault him from that. He just had his own price set. And Marcus agreed to it.
Yeah.
I mean, I
When
totally get what.
I removed image out of comment in the chat. I know you meant to say kiss and tell, but you put the other word as the taking people out of here. So I removed it. I didn't want nobody to have an opportunity to flag your comment or whatever. Then you won't be able to comment. Okay. So I'll wait till y'all comment more than I turn the thing back on when you see the comments on the screen. Yeah, I know it was a typo, but if y'all get what I'm saying.
Hmm.
Yeah, especially the way people are roaming around.
So yeah, I can
Um,
understand how VQ feel like, oh, the kiss and tell thing, the kiss and tell. I mean,
yeah,
yeah, when it's a genuine relationship you have with someone who wasn't like there was no sneaking about it, like it was an honest relationship with each other, then I would see that as a problem. Like, yeah, why you coming out here telling? Like, for what? Because what's the purpose? But when it comes to like cheating or sneaking deal behavior, I don't see the issue with that.
Thank you, y'all. You say you
Especially if it's
stay
not,
in the
especially if it's not intentional. Like when it's, especially when it's not intentional. Because like I said, I feel like Damo wasn't trying to be intentional. He admitted to being his feelings, but he didn't give up so much information in the beginning. And he's still like somebody said in the comments. He has a ring bell. He a ring door cam footage that he acknowledged at the end of the interview. He didn't expose none of that.
let me
I'm sure
address this
Damo
real
has more. I'm sure
let me
Damo
address
has
this
more
real
proof.
quick. Y'all, thank you, and you're welcome. You said you wanted to drop down. First off, thanks for the membership. Yeah, I don't remember was it Golden or Abs gifted it, and I think it was Golden. Don't quote me on it. The point is you was gifting it and you saying thank you. You're welcome. And then we'll wait to see what you say you have something important to say. We'll wait to see what you have to say. But yeah, Copper.
Yeah, so that's just what happens with mess. With mess, it becomes the lines of morality becomes faded when there's like scandalous behaviors and intentions involved with it.
He said, I personally think Marcus should leave that situation alone. People hurt themselves or other people. Hold up, I can't see the whole comment. Hold on. Or hurt other
People.
people over things like this. And Tone is clearly very uncomfortable all the time with the subject. I know, but you know what? I didn't see the live stream that they did after that. Somebody told me. So can anybody verify this for me? Apparently, allegedly, Marcus did a live with Tone to drop Tone back off or wherever because he said Ileana was at the house. But when he got out the vehicle, did he do like a pow pow finger signal to Marcus?
I
I,
don't think he did it right when he was getting out, but I recall him doing it like while Marcus was on live or something. Like, maybe just kind of playing around with it, but not when he was getting out the car. But I do remember seeing him do like some little hand stuff while Marcus was talking on live.
can I
Yeah.
respond to that? Right. He said the situation should be done after this, right? Because that's what Damo agreed to. Marcus feeling the same way, and Tone would ever address it. But if Tone is so uncomfortable, he keeps coming back. Though he keeps coming back, knowing what he got to face. So he's uncomfortable because to me he looks so uncomfortable is because he get caught up in his lies all the time. I
Yeah,
don't think he's uncomfortable just because he's uncomfortable. Like, is that he's a liar and you keep coming back and you think you could swindle somebody, you can't. So you're gonna be uncomfortable when you can't pull a wool over to pull a wool over somebody's eyes just like that.
I think you might have a good point there because Tone is always uncomfortable. I don't care what the question is about. Like, I
That.
remember when they were outside and Marcus was bringing up, and it had nothing to do about what's going on with him and men. I think it was about them, about if they argued and fought. And when Marcus was saying something, he started looking a whole nother way. And you know what I'm saying? And I was,
Hmm.
so he does that anyway when it's when he gets caught in lies,
Yeah,
you
that's why I
know.
said I'm not justifying his actions. When it comes to the Ileana part, we all know that's messed up, and she deserved better. Somebody that's gonna be, hey girl, I'm over here with you, or I'm over here. She need to know the truth. Are you still gonna be messing with me and messing with other people? Or you get it? But
Hmm.
Right.
I'm telling you how. Was I in the chat when Dominique was sitting there talking about 160 and the whole negotiation? Yes. Of course, I was sitting there like, yes, the messy tea, give us the tea bag and whatever. But it doesn't matter what I say because I'm a stranger on the internet. You shouldn't be boosted up any kind of way to talking about exposing somebody. I don't know.
Well,
Maybe I just have a bad take on it because of what I went through. I don't know.
well, see, what you went through was supposed to be just you and him in a relationship.
Right.
I see where you're going with
Without
it, and
going
also
too
with
far
Copper.
down the rabbit hole, but I was just saying, maybe I'm looking at it different, which I really try to leave my feelings out of it. But I
Right.
don't know if that's why I'm looking at Domo like that. Maybe it's
I, I,
my
I honestly sense that. That's what I was trying to clarify. Like a genuine relationship between a scandalous affair is totally different when it comes to
Yeah,
kissing and telling.
yeah, but this is like, I'm gonna be honest with you, like what he's doing, that can ruin somebody's life. Okay. Like these DLs really do need to be exposed. Now, maybe not coming on the World Wide Web and doing it, but they do need to be exposed because they're harming other people. And like it's statistically, it's a serious DL epidemic within the Black community among Black men. I don't know, they can argue with me if they want to, but it's been proven statistically. And if we now know how HIV is contracted, I don't like to go into that because people want to argue about it back and forth. But yes, you can catch HIV. A man can catch it from a woman, and a woman can catch it from a man. But the chances of catching it um, from a male from a woman is slimmer. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know if you all have read those statistics,
Mm-hmm.
but so the thing is that these men around it, like the black within the Black community, especially with Black women, or it was like that it was high numbers, and that's because they were messing around with a lot of men who were DLs, and it's not fair. And in fact, my grandmother's friend, she married a guy. She fell in love with a guy. I think she met him at church, and come to find out, he was a DL. When she found out her husband, this was back in like the 70s and 80s. She found out her husband was a DL. She had a nervous breakdown. So people don't realize how that can affect the other person, like an innocent person. In Ileana's case, I don't think she even cares. And really, what Dominique was talking about on that video, it really wasn't even worth the $160, because what he said was really something we already know or we kind of heard before anyway. Now, the T is if the $160 is what we don't know about Polo. Now that would be some tea. You know what I mean? But he was questioned. But Marcus, apparently he edited it. So I believe we'll hear about that another time. Oh, excuse me.
But I
Yeah,
want
I'm
to add,
over them.
Huh?
I'm over them. And
yeah,
then
I just
they rub me the wrong way. Well, let me just say this, Copper. They rub me the wrong way anyway with the whole getting out of jail and disappearing. I'm not over that yet. How ungrateful Ileana was to Marcus. I'm still stuck there. I'm not past. But we'll go to Copper.
I just want to say about the STD thing. It's true. I worked in some of the highest like cases areas in New York City of highest rates of STDs and HIVs in the country, and that's the South Bronx, and that's Brownsville, Brooklyn. And when we deal with, like, I used to give out prep and everything, and we used to help like a lot of LGBT that got, once they got identified as positive with the House of Virginia, and they was homeless or something, we used to give them access to all types of housing and resources and everything. But the women statistics always show that when it came to African American women that were getting all the new cases, most of them were married in in heterosexual relationships with men, and they were getting it from their partner. Most American women that caught new cases of HIV got it from their man. So that is a problem. But yeah, I just want to say that, and it's sad. That's why, one thing with me, every time I remember since I was a teenager, I used to always get a man, and if I used to tell me, if anything happen, if you give me something, I think I'm gonna kill you. I'm sorry, I'm gonna
Oh
underlive you,
gosh.
and I don't buy go to jail. I do not buy. I'm gonna hurt you. So I'm scared of those things. I don't even. It took me a long time to even say the A word. I don't even like saying it now, but it's scary to me because I grew up in the 80s and 90s where I used to see people literally wither away from it within months. One minute they look healthy, next minute they look like a skeleton and they gone. So that was like a scary thing to me to see as a kid at that
But
time. And I'm like, oh, what is that's like the boogeyman to me, the A word. I'm like, no, that's thing is scary. I know it's the same, it's not the same now because of medication, but who wants to live their life on medication, when people could just
right.
be honest and safe and this
I
and that.
just don't want it at all. I don't
Right.
care.
Like, so yeah, that is a thing with the women. And
Well, let
as
me
far,
ask you. I'm sorry, go ahead.
no, go ahead.
I wanted to ask you a question so maybe the audience can hear. I know the answer, but with you being in the health profession, I know you know the answer. Um, Many years ago, it was told that like a woman could be HIV positive and a man could be negative. The chances, and this is before all these other medications, they discovered the chances that a man could catch it from a woman was much slimmer unless there was blood involved, meaning if she was on her cycle or if there was some anal and there was with during rectum sex there was a
Fissures,
like a, I'm sorry.
fissures, anal fissures.
Right, if it was to burst where there
Right.
was blood. Is that true?
I mean, that's what I've always heard. That's what I've
Right.
heard and learned, that it's not, it's hard, like, V fluids, your cootie cat fluids is hard, and others, but it comes easier from the blood.
Right. Not impossible, but the chances are slimmer. And from my understanding, like a lot of these men who we hear are HIV positive, yes, there are some who caught it from women, but the majority of them, if you meet a man with it, most likely it was from another man.
Hmm. And I remember even at one point in the 90s, like a lot of boys in the system, they was getting picked up by older men. Like older men was
Mhm.
like they were loading with like Jordans and new clothes, and they was you know take and these boys was growing up, and then next thing you know, they a child in the system. Why are they positive now? How did they get positive under your care?
Yeah, yeah. Say back to the bushes I go. LOL. Always a good time in the castle, but y'all could really hang. I'll be listening while dozing off. Peace. And StreamYard keep cutting off the comments tonight. I can't see the bottom.
It
It
says
said
P.
peace and blessings to all. I gotta get grab my other device to see it. But thank you, Copper.
Hmm.
Yeah. Good night, y'all.
Good
I know
night,
a lot of
Yaya.
people said that. They be listening to us and then they go to sleep. They doze off.
Hmm.
That's how I am too. If I'm watching somebody live, and especially if it's a long one, I will eventually fall asleep.
No, I think they be pretty much saying like they hang out in the bushes at night. They really don't say nothing. Even some of our castle residents. And then they
Mhm.
say they just be listening because it's relaxing. Then they end up dozing off and wake up, we're gone.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I laugh when some of them be like, "Uh, yeah, I be up late. I like you ain't got over there next year." And I be like, "Only if they do." Sometimes I don't know been doing things in the bushes and end up getting some
It,
action. My phone in the bushes. Like, what are you talking about?
You
what?
know what? You can't take those people seriously because guess what? They sitting down and watching too. So where is their man or woman? You know what I mean? They just be
Man,
talking.
wait a minute, Golden. We just got some tea, but you didn't even realize. Wait a minute, go back to that.
It's
Uh,
true. You could be watching 1 minute, then your man just he don't care if you want to come on to you, he gonna come on to you. Next thing you know, I'm not active in the chat no more because I'm busy.
I'm done.
there it is. So there
I'm
go her
done.
man.
That almost happened to me yesterday.
Uh oh.
Exactly. See,
So
people
they
act
better
like
stop playing around here.
Leave it up to Copper. Copper gonna tell it.
Always. You can always depend on Copper. She got a story for real. And there go bacon, eggs, and cheese. Tell Chris to stop it.
Oh gosh.
not image with the pregnancy emojis, girl.
Image.
Oh my gosh. Well, no. It's Friday, thank God. But yeah, when it came to that whole video and Dominique, I really didn't have much to say. I'm over it. I'm over them.
I think he's over it too, Marcus, because it's just the same old thing. We already know the dude is a liar. We already know he's a DL. We already know he told his toes curl. I mean, it's just what else more to talk about? The thing is Ilya at this point, no sense to keep telling her because she does not care. Just hopefully he does not contract anything with all this stuff that he's doing and bring it home to her and that baby.
I mean,
Whew.
what I did like about the interview is that he confirmed those late night walks will lead to his house because I be telling chicks because I seen it all the time. Like you do like to go out at night and just take walks. You know what they be into? They be into some weird freaky joint, and it's not with you. So you need to be cautious. So when he said that, that confirmed it for me, and he also confirmed that it didn't stop. They was still hooking up until early in the summer. So
Yeah.
it ain't a past thing, and it wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't a past thing. He confirmed that for me.
And that's the thing is that, like how Vise mentioned how about the kiss and tell, apparently Tone didn't care too much because he was still over there creeping.
True.
Dominique told that last year sometime
Mm-hmm.
or
Yeah,
early this year. I think it was end of last year. So you
I
mean to
got
tell me,
December.
yeah. So, and Dominique has seen him about 10 to 15 times since. So it didn't affect him that much. He still wanted to go out there. He's just a liar. He just, Tone is a con artist. So I don't think people realize that.
Mm-hmm.
Like he comes up with all these diagnoses that he studies and, to make an excuse and justification to his behavior. And apparently it's been working a long time because people believe it.
And I believe he probably did dress as trans at one point just to get that voucher. I don't think he went in as a male presenting gay man.
I believe that too. I do.
Yeah. I know it's just a storyline to us, but it's actually their real life. And that's a crazy part. I just cannot imagine you're just so desperate where you're like, oh, I'm going to do this interview for $50, $100, but you got to put all your business on Front Street. It's so weird to me.
I mean,
Well,
honestly,
what
I feel sorry, not more so for Liana, is the fact that she willing to have babies and have them being in her children's life. Like, for what? He disrespectful to you. He's lying to you. He's dipping over on the other side. What purpose does he serve besides shelter over your head?
Ileana is a very needy young lady. And I think she kind of mentioned that, like, I don't think she feels like she can be without Tone, or it could be any man. It could have been Josiah. It's just whoever she's with. And she seems like the type of female that, let's just say, if she decides to leave him, she's walking right into another relationship where she has to be with somebody. She just cannot be single and alone for any given time. I don't believe. Now, I could be wrong.
And you know what's funny about that? All my adult life, I've always been in a relationship up until recently where, like, I never been single more than a year. And it's not that because I'm needy. It just happens that way. And
Right.
I was evaluating myself like when I was single for a little while, I was like 8 months. And I was like, I like being here. Like, I like being here. Like, I ain't gotta worry about nobody. Like, worry about, everything I do, I can consider the next person based on what I do because I have a partner. I was just like, the peace is here. Not saying I wasn't in peaceful relations, but it's a different kind of peace. Like, you don't got nobody to worry about but yourself. So she need to try that. See how it works out for her.
She's far
Mm-mm.
from being able to try that. She's very, like, what they call it, codependent.
Yeah.
She this is going to be interesting when she has the second baby. Marcus, he said that he's getting tired of it. And I guess it's the same old. But like I said, I need for Marcus to find eye patch.
Yeah, he told me because I asked him about it. I asked him did he follow up with the girlfriend or anything? Because I would help him look for her. I mean, I would help him look for an eye patch if he needed any help. I have no problem doing that. But um, you know, they don't got no information on him at all. They don't got his real name, no nothing. So that's why I asked him, like, you need to follow up with the girlfriend. Is he out of jail? Or did he get sentenced to do time? Or what?
Right.
Something needs to give. So he told me
Right.
DMs and he'll get back to me. Matter of fact, I'll probably send him a DM when I get off of here to remind him to check.
Because he said, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go
He,
ahead.
he said that he reached out to eye patch and the girlfriend had his YouTube page and she did communicate with him. So, Marcus needs to really get back on top of that. I remember, I think eye patch did have but if he's in jail, I mean, it wouldn't matter. But he did have a cash app, but I don't even think that exists anymore. But if he could just reach back out to the girlfriend and hopefully she's still over the page, or hopefully, or eye patches out. Hopefully somebody responds.
Yeah.
And I hate to say it
Like,
like this, but I'm sorry. Go ahead, Vibes.
now I was gonna say, like, isn't that crazy? Like, you're not even focused on finding out whose baby divine dad is, but you're so willing to go make another baby. Like, come
It's
on, girl, get it together. Hmm?
dysfunction. Dysfunction. And this is the very reason why they need that young lady. She needs some old ladies like that. You know what we're saying? Yeah, they need that. And it's sad because, I don't know. They used to have older women and you know what I mean? That would, talk to young ladies. And, I know I had several of them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Would talk to me even about my relationships and with the man I was with and telling me about if he was no good and sharing stories about that when they were with a man and, a no good man or just things they went through in life with their husbands. And I enjoyed listening. These young ladies here, they don't want to hear, all they want is cash app.
Mhm.
They don't want to hear nothing. That's why they're not going nowhere in life.
Mm-hmm. Man, I used to hang out with older females when I was young, like being around them or even babysitting for certain ones. They done taught me game. I done been around married ones, players, all that. Like, and those who I listen to, because you know how nowadays they got all these relationship coaches online and people saying all this dating advice online. I be telling people I don't listen to none of these people online. I don't know them. And I don't know if they talk about what they live. So I don't listen to none of that relation. I don't listen to nobody. I don't know you. So you can't give me, you could give me some basic advice, yeah, but you can't really tell me nothing if I don't have an interpersonal relationship with you for real. Like, and you understand where I'm coming from because you know me. Some general advice is general, but if we talking for real, we gotta talk for real, and you can't talk for real like that with people on the internet you don't have no relationship with.
Well, I used to, like with the older women, I used to, when I say I would talk to them almost every day, I learned so much from them. And, when they had businesses, when they were in the working field, just everything.
Hmm.
And from their mistakes or things that they shared with me, that's how I was able to avoid a lot of situations because
Hmm.
I listened to their stories. Okay. I listened to like this one lady sharing with me how she had no clue about um men messing with kids and all that kind of stuff because she had a daddy who didn't do that, and I totally understood where she was coming from because I remember as a little girl I would listen and watch some of those stories because I would hang out with my grandmother, and it might be like a little girl who got bothered by their father. And I shared this with my mom not long ago, and I thought it was so weird because how does that happen? Like, with me having a regular normal relationship with my dad and that never happening, like that, fathers do that. That's how I remember thinking as a kid, like, that can't happen. Like, not from a father. Anyway, long story short, she came from that too. She had a, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't all that shaky kind of stuff going on in the household. Her parents were married, and she said that she met a guy and she ended up marrying him and everything. One thing that a lot of women do, she told me, hindsight, like when she thought about a lot of things, his ex-wife tried to warn her about some stuff. But when a woman is warning you, you don't know if they just doing it because they jealous or because they really trying to tell you what's going on. But I'm a believer in, even if I think the woman is jealous, and I've learned this, still listen to her. You know what I mean? And you can feel her out by having that conversation with her for a while and figure out if she might still be jealous, but she might still be telling the truth too at the same time. Well, she married the man and, like she felt like they, paired well. She had a daughter already. And basically, she was like, I don't even want to tell you like the things that she said were happening to her, like the manipulation, because I don't even need if it's some weirdo on here getting ideas. But she was just sharing with me like things how manipulative he was. And one of the things like he would do, oh, I'll take her with me or whatever, always wanting to be the violent, you know what I'm saying? She didn't think nothing of it. That's her husband and everything. And basically, she was just sharing with me some of the signs. So
Mhm.
with me learning that, I definitely paid attention to signs. You know what I mean? Um, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I was agreeing with you.
Yeah, so you know what I mean? Like I said, I enjoy talking to people who can share stories. You know what I mean? Because and share stories about how they ran their business. How do you think I was able to, you know what I'm saying, get some of my businesses off the ground? Learning from people. And usually they were always older because they had the experience already. And, like I said, even with my situation, I could share stories, but these young ladies here, they don't want, like I said, all they seem to want is cash apps. And when you're trying to correct them and tell them something, you a hater or you're an evil lady or stuff like that. And I'm beginning to believe a lot of those females really didn't really have mothers or grandmothers or something, like somebody who had a level head, where because they would think you would think that they would say, like the other day when Mimi was saying, "Oh, she remind me of my auntie." I've always, like, when you meet a, not always, but usually when you eat an older woman, it's like, dang, she remind me of what my grandmama used to say, or you know what I'm saying? So these young ladies, they don't even correlate with that. That's because they didn't have mothers, a lot of them. And so they thinking because they were just wild or mothers who didn't care what they were doing. Now here's somebody who's really cares and correcting you or telling you what you should be doing. You're just a mean, evil woman.
Mhm. Cause that's where I see like a lot of the younger generation talking about, oh, your generation did this and did that. And yeah, didn't like they base their upbringing on trauma, so they don't recognize like guardianship or advice or counsel, because it's probably like they raised themselves or they was running for something in their childhood and they feel like, well, I grew up on my own, so I don't have to listen to nobody now. I had to figure it out before, and I'm gonna figure it out now. Like that's their mindset. And
Yeah,
everything is about trauma this at this time, like with people, like they base their life on trauma, the trauma they've been through. And in my head, I'm like, I can understand it in a way, but we didn't grow up perfect either. But we still acknowledge that elders. All of us didn't have perfect elders, and we still was able to take the good from the bad. We able to differentiate what to take and what's useful and what's not useful. Cause like I always say, I don't have an affectionate. I didn't have an affectionate mother. That's probably why I'm not the affectionate type now. I mean, I learned to be, cause I knew when I was pregnant with my daughter, and I seen her birthday, her due date was under the cancer sign, and me having a cancer sister, and just know how cancers are. They're very affectionate and emotional. I was like, oh boy. And I'm having a girl, I'm gonna have to be very affectionate. And my daughter grew up and she always needed hugs. She needed a hug every day, and I love you every day. And I just had to learn to do that with her. It didn't bother me. So when my daughter was even around my mom, she used to tell me, oh, Nana don't hug me. This and Nana don't talk. Like my mother is a woman of very few words and she's not affectionate, but she when she want to talk to you about something for real, she got a story to tell you with a message. And I had to explain to my daughter that's just how she is. Like I told her I had to grow up and accept who my mother was. She wasn't a bad mother to me, but there was just the little things missing. But I learned to accept maybe she had her own trauma and they come from a generation where they didn't speak on their trauma. So I don't really know her story. I get a little bit of her story because I'm the family historian. I ask questions, I dig, right? I get a little her story. I got an understanding of it. And at the same time, I don't hold it against her. I just learned to embrace she was my mom. She was there. She never neglected me. She was always there for me. She was supporting me through my wrongs and my rights. She was always by my side. Now that makes up for the lack of hugs. So how can I be really mad at her? And then I had my father who took that role. He was the nurturer. So I didn't really hold that against her. So now that I see that some of these girls, they don't have mothers who live their life instead of being a mother, and then some of them don't even have fathers either. A lot of them is angry and they feel like they basically raised themselves. So it's hard for them to listen to anybody, but they never had nobody to listen to as a child.
I don't really know what it is, but yeah, I guess that could you have a point there. I've just never seen something like, even when I grew up, I knew kids who didn't have their mothers, but they had grandmothers, they had
Right.
aunties.
Hmm.
Like, it appears that these young women don't have nobody. Like, even if their mother was out there doing whatever she was doing, You know what I'm saying? Usually their mothers came from a decent mama. You know what I mean? So the grandmother was there. Like I said, or the mama's sisters would step in. Like, come on.
Yeah, it's just crazy because I see a lot too. They how they say grandmothers and grandmothers no more, and I've seen it. I've seen it where with my own friend's mom. She don't. She first of all, her mom live in her house with her children. When she want to step out, her mom be like, "Oh, don't leave those children here with me. Better find something to do with them. Or how long you going? It can't be no more than 20 minutes." And I be looking like, how? How can you? Why would you make that a problem? Like even when I was living by myself with my daughter, and my daughter was growing, I said I gotta move somewhere. I said I gotta get a bigger apartment. I ended up buying a house with me and my parents, and that's when my father retired for me to go to nursing school because they like, my daughter was still, a baby. She wasn't talking yet, and my father was like, she's not going to nobody daycare, so you go to
Yeah.
nursing school, I retire, and I stay here with her, and then we could be all up under the same house. So that's how that
It's-
worked out for me, thankfully, because I was like, in my head, because I remember how I grew up, and I'm like, dang. I didn't want to. I lived out the way from my cousins because they the one who helped me with my baby and my boyfriend family. But I lived too far, and I didn't want to inconvenience nobody. But still, my parents came in clutch at the same time.
Well, that's how it's really supposed to be. It's just like when I was born, when my brother was born, of course, my grandmother, she helped my mom and, with him. And when I was born, both of my parents, they was either working or in school or whatever. And my grandmother watched me up until a certain point, and then I was able to go to daycare. But even at daycare, my grandparents always like would pick us up from daycare and take us to their house until my mother or father would pick us up. You
Hmm.
don't see that anymore. And it's just weird to me. You know what I mean? Like
It
my
is.
mother is not the type of grandmother like my grandmother was. But she is more of a grandmother than what I've seen other people. Like what, for example, like speaking of that, like they saying I'm a caregiver of my mother. My mother goes out and she meets up with my daughter and they go out to eat, go to the movies and stuff like that. Um, like when you said that you bought a house, when I got after I had my son, and I was really working way too many hours. I was trying to run my business, and it was hard with a little one. Like I had my daughter already, and so my mother came to move in with me, and she helped me at that time with my son and daughter, mostly with my son. You know, they just don't have that kind of stuff anymore. People don't, I don't know, like these grandmothers, like even with my generation, I'm like, man, I can't wait to be a grandmother. And I'll probably never be one, or probably later on. I don't know. I did ask my daughter if she planning on having any kids. A long time ago, she said yes, but she's kind of like in the air. But I'm like, I can't wait to have a grandchild because I am going to treat my grandchild the exact way how my grandmother was with me. Like as far as like my kids, they ain't got to worry about no daycares and all that kind of, especially when they were little. I'm just gonna be there, taking them to dance lessons, all of that.
Yep.
You definitely Golden definitely will be a great grandmother. Hell, the amount of energy you put out into this darn cat.
I know, huh?
I
Smart
always,
cat grandbaby, huh?
I always
I'm
joke.
like, wait a
I always joke
minute. Cat
that when
gotta
I,
go to the vet, and I'm like, oh my gosh,
Girl, she
that
just said
cat's
the other
spoiled.
day. Shit.
well, yeah,
What were
go.
you?
I always joke that when I become a grand, I'm kidnapping my grandbaby. That baby gonna be with me all the time. We going everywhere.
Yeah,
Cause that's how I used to be with my godchildren. All my godchildren, they was kids. My one godson I used to always have. People swore that was my child, and mind you, my cousin is his mother. She got 7 other siblings. Nobody used to want to take him because he was a crybaby. I'm a person crying don't bother me, and I was mad anyway because he got sickly because his father, And we used to always tease his father because his father used to sneeze and not cover his mouth. And he's like a real white Puerto Rican. So we used to tell him he got diseases. We used to make racial jokes with him. That's how he was, right? So we used to tell him, cover your mouth, like you gonna start the bubonic plague and all this other stuff. Like you Spaniards gonna give us this and this and that. So he ended up giving my godson whooping cough. And my godson,
Ugh.
his brain shrunk. He got so tiny and frail, and he couldn't hold down nothing. It was like so scary. Like he was on like his last breath for a long time, but he overcame it. And when he got better, but he was a crybaby. I'm like, well, his body went through a lot as a baby, so he's adjusting it, and he probably got some things going on we just don't know. So he's gonna cry. He's gonna be grouchy. Just try to soothe him. Like I don't. It irks me when people are angered by a crying baby. Like that's what babies do. They cry. So I used to have him all the time, to the point people used to stop me in the street. Used to say how cute of a baby was, how he looked just like me. Everybody thought that was my baby. Even his own father just saying, "My son's starting to look like you. My son's starting to look like you." But I was so in love with that baby since they told me, because me and him, like he like a family friend, right? He was my cousin's best friend, and he ended up dating his sister. That's how it went down. So I remember me and him. I just got out of off of parole at the time, and me and him were in job hunting, right? Because we used to do our things on the street. So he was like, "We're gonna get a job," and he's like, and he was telling me one day we was downtown looking for jobs. He said, "Yo, I gotta really get a job." So I'm like, "Wow, what happened?" He like, "Don't tell nobody," but he told me my cousin. He's like, "She pregnant," and I'm like, "For real?" He like, "Yeah." So I was like the first one to know, and then I was the first one hype about this baby. I'm always the one hype about the babies the most. I stopped planning things and this and this and that. So when they finally had the baby, I remember the day he told me. I was like in Long Island somewhere, and I just jumped for joy in the middle of the street. Everybody looking at me. So I had to rush back to the Bronx and go see the baby. And that was like I was like the second mother for his first 3 years of his life. I always had him. Taught him how to potty. He slept good with me. He learned how to eat with me because they didn't have him on an eating schedule. So when he was with me, he learned the eating schedule. That was my baby. And my other godson, his mother, she never really had no money in life. She had a poor life. So she never do much things. She just surviving, right? So I took one time. I asked you mind if I take your child to Disney World? She was like, yeah, how you getting there? So I said, I'm a drive, but I'm going to get on the auto train. I'm put my car on the train. So she like, no problem. And I told her, we getting in water, because growing up with them, they never knew how to swim. That family. And I said, she like, I was like, trust me with your son around water, because you know how people with their kids in water. So she like, I trust you, I trust you. So I took that as honorable, because not everybody trusts their kids without them to be around water when they're not used to being around water. I took him on his first train ride, his first Disney World trip, his first flight, his first flight period, his first flight out the country. So that's just I can't wait to be a grandmother, because so many things I did with other people's kids that I
That
know I kids.
this is the first night in a long time. Do you hear that?
What?
Do this sound familiar? Peace.
Yeah.
Peace. When was the last time we could just sit back in the couch and just be at peace? The chat is quiet. Everybody in the bushes just listening. Like it's story time.
How many
Silence.
people are in the bush listening?
71.
Oh, okay. That's
Ain't
funny,
nobody
Carson,
saying shit.
because that sounds a lot like me with my cousin. Um, he and his wife, they had two. Matter of fact, their sons were my age, and they were trying for more kids, and then it didn't happen until I got to high school. Anyway, I was so excited, but I did the same thing. Like once she got pregnant that first time, she ended up pregnant right after. So those two boys are almost a year apart, like by 1 week. They, you know, like one will turn 18, then the other one won't turn 18. The youngest one will turn 18, then the oldest one will turn 18 like a week later. So they're not even a whole year apart. But I used to do that same thing. I used to go over there, um, go shopping for him. You know what I mean? When his wife would go out of town, she might take the oldest one. And no, that was before she had the second one. Anyway, I would take him to the doctor's appointments, all of that. take them to urgent care. Um, that's funny because we went to Disney World too, but I went with all of them. You know what I mean? I helped them out. So we caught the plane and went to Disney World. But I used to do that same stuff. I just was looking at a picture when I had taken them to the circus. Like I would take them all over Universal Studios. Um, I was like that too. I was exactly like that. And their parents were so grateful for me, where they could feel comfortable and they could do what you know what I mean? Whatever they wanted to do and know that the babies were safe.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah. So
Don't
while
even
you were sharing that story, it reminded me of me.
don't even talk about no crying baby. Oh my gosh. When I said when my parents adopted or my little brother, that baby cried, he cried, he cried, he cried, he cried. I'm talking about they got him when he was 2 months. That baby, no, he could cry, but he was just so sick. I just used to feel so sorry for him. I go to my parents' house, I'm like, Mom, this baby driving me nuts. Because I was already grown when they adopted him, right? I said, this baby drive this baby drive I didn't have no kids. I said, oh Lord, I can't take it. All day and all night. Hmm. My mom
Yeah.
just kept running around all over the place with him till she finally got him right. She was everywhere you could think of. Doctor's appointment, doctor's appointment. She finally got it right though.
Mm-hmm.
I can't imagine. I
Hmm.
cannot imagine because I didn't have crying. I mean, they cry, that's how babies communicate, but I didn't have crying babies at all.
My mom knew when she got the baby that the baby was sick though, because
Right.
actually it was from the neighborhood. And the lady, his mom came and asked one day, like, hey, can you take my baby because I'm not financially capable of taking care of the baby right now. So my mom was like, I'm gonna run it by my husband because my daddy was at work. I'm gonna run it by my husband and we're gonna see. And when my daddy got home, she said, hey, such and such wanted to see if we could take her baby because they was in a better position to care for the baby, right? Financially. So my daddy said, hey, you the one gonna be home anyway. So if you want the baby, take the baby. You want the baby? And my mama said, yeah, because she loved babies. So she said, yeah, I'm gonna get him. But she knew that she was signing up for a world of problems because the baby was already sick. That was the whole
Was
point,
the
and the mama couldn't afford to run around and take care of him.
So was the baby a drug baby or just the baby was just sick?
No, he was just sick. I don't know if the mama being on drugs, but he was just sick. But yeah, so my mom got him, and of course they did the legal way, and yeah, they adopted him. But they got him right though.
I had a nephew that had behavior problems, and it's because of how he ended up with us. And we used to let him get away with so much because we was like, just let him out. That's his way of mourning at the moment. Like I remember the day he came to my mama's house, he was jumping on her couch, and I looked at him like, and everybody just gave him a pass. But it felt natural. Like it felt natural. Just let him be. He was only 2 years, 2 to 3 years at the time, right? How we got him? All right. My sister broke up with her baby father, right? And she started dating somebody else. But I guess when she was going through her things, she found some baby pictures of another little boy, and it wasn't my nephew. And mind you, I used to always have my nephew, cause my sister's way older than me, right? So I was about 7 or 8 when she had my nephew. So she had an in-house babysitter all the time. So I guess, and wherever she moved, wherever my sister moved to, I moved with her. That was I was really an in-house babysitter, and I was the only child in the house. All my siblings was grown, so I didn't want to be by myself with my parents. So she was doing. I was always. So anyway, she going through her things and sorting her things out between this breakup, and she find these baby pictures. It's not my nephew, but it looked like my nephew. And there's a girl on the back. I mean, basically it was something writing on the back where it was a lady name, and it was to the father, her baby, my nephew father with his name, but it said little whatever his, like, say his name is Sean, right? So it said, Here's little Sean," because he's named after his dad, right? So my sister like, what the hell is this, right? So I guess she started digging. I don't know how she found this woman too. My sister is a good investigator girl. I don't know how she found this woman, but she found her number and they started talking. She was like, "Yeah, I got a baby by him, but he been trying to dismiss me. We had a little thing going on. He never told me about you, whatever, whatever." But she said she had a feeling because he was like distant. So, my sister on some, well, if you got a baby, my son is, Tyler, and you guys little brother, we need to have a relationship for the kids. So they had a little relationship going on, but the mom of little Sean was basically saying like, she lived in the projects. She was living. Her mother was on drugs, and she had a set of twins. That was a boy and a girl. That was a little older. It was about between 9 and 12 at the time. I can't exactly remember. This is the early 90s. So she was kind of depressed. Like, I guess him not acknowledging the last child was like more stress on her because she always complained she wanted to move on her own because she didn't want to raise the kids around her mom. It was a bad environment, the projects and everything. So my sister built a relationship with her like that. My sister's a real girl's girl, right? So that didn't last long because I remember one Sunday we all was told to get the Monday paper. I mean, it wasn't the Sunday paper. It was the Monday. It was on the news first, right? It happened on the news on Sunday first. But I guess we didn't know about it until Monday or late night. I can't remember exactly. I went out, but we didn't know exactly it went down. I went down on a Sunday. This lady dressed her kids up like she was going to church. She dressed her 3 kids up and she went to the roof of her building. And what she did, she pushed the older twins off and she jumped off with the baby in her hand.
Oh
So
Lord.
the
Wait a minute.
baby,
What? Hold up. Wait a minute. Now, what woman was this that did this?
my sister found out her baby father had a son, another son under my nephew. So basically,
Mm,
my nephew brother's mother, right? So my sister found out about her because of the breakup. She went through stuff. She sort of photoed a little boy, but that wasn't my nephew in that picture. And then it was writing on the back. So she ended up finding the girl, and she was trying to build the relationship, but it didn't last long because this Sunday she dressed him up and went to the roof. She pushed him off the building, and she jumped off with the baby in her hand. Right, the baby survived, no problem. No, he was only what? He was a little under 2 at the time. He
mm,
was still a baby, so he landed on top of her, and it was crazy. The scenery was crazy, like her on the floor and him just sitting on top of her. He looking around. The other 2 kids on the side. The girl twin survived, but like she had severe problems, and she was like in a special home upstate New York somewhere, and the little boy didn't make it. So only the mom and the oldest son didn't make it. So my sister was the first one to go get the little boy, and we took him in. They had no paperwork on him for nothing yet because they didn't get to develop a relationship where it's like she can't get his BC, no nothing like social, no nothing. But my sister held on to him, and they was trying to figure out what to do because the girl had other family too, upstate New York. But they had to take care. They was more like worried about the girl because she had a lot of problems with like she was hooked up to a tube. She had brain injuries and everything. So a lot of care and attention needed to be put in her, and the family was okay. My sister taking a little boy, and so eventually the father had to step in and do what he had to do to get all the paperwork. And my sister had him, and we raised him as ours, and he looked just like my nephew. So even when I say that's my nephew, even though it's not my nephew by blood, it's like you can't second guess it because everybody know who my nephew is, and he look like his dad, right? So they both look alike, and they 2 years and 2 days apart. So yeah, and I remember when we first got him, he was just lashing out, and everybody gave him his little space. And I remember as we got older, let's say my nephew was about 9, and his little brother was about 7. And the little boy just said something about he misses mommy out the blue. Mind you, he called my sister. By this time, he called my sister mommy. It's been like 5, 6 years done passed. oh, maybe, yeah, maybe like 5, 6 past his incident, and he was just like, I miss my mommy. So we never hit the fact from him because we still let him go see his family upstate, right? So we don't know what they talked to him about, but clearly they must have told him, like, he got a mommy in heaven, and but we never hit that from him either. So I remember my nephew went in a box one day, and he showed them the because when they covered this story, it was the same. No, it's not the same picture. It's a nice like holiday picture. The mother had with just the little boy in her lap, and we had that same picture too. And she must have gave it to my sister before she passed, and that was in a newspaper. And my nephew, I remember I went to live and I just hear him talking. And he's like, "Oh, look at your mommy. She holding you. She in heaven right now. She keep her arms wrapped around you." And I was just like, "Wow, these are children having this conversation." And I just stepped back and watched my nephew console his little brother.
But hey, Abs. I know Abs been down there saying hey to us up here.
What's up, Abs?
Hey, apps.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but definitely. That's why I'm like, yeah, we be having so many stories to tell. Nobody don't want to listen. Everybody just want to fight, 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 fight. Like I told y'all before, that my great grandmother, so that was my mom's grandmother, right? I told y'all before that she found the baby in the dumpster
Mm.
and she
I
kept the
don't
baby.
recall
You
that
don't remember that
story.
story?
Share that
Yeah,
story. I never heard of that. In America or in Jamaica?
it was in Jamaica. That was way before my time, before I was even born. My mom was
Oh,
still a
okay.
little girl. Uh huh. So I know she was walking down the street and she found the baby in a dumpster. And he's still alive now. He still have his. He got his own kids. Hell, I think he even got grandkids now.
Mm.
But he been in our family the entire time from a newborn.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
So she just found him. Did she ever go to the authorities, or did it work like that back during those times?
That's old school Caribbean. You find a baby, you keep them. You just keep them.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, how did it work? Because I met a woman one time at a bus stop, and she shared with me how she found a baby. I can't think if it was on a porch where she worked. It was something, and they called the cops. And she told me how they just interrogated her because they didn't know. You know what I mean? Was the baby hers, or did she do it, or whatever? But that's interesting because um I watch kind of like, stories like that where people, um, were dumped. And I want to know, like, well, babies that were dumped. I just wonder, like, when they become an adult, do they ever try to, or I'm sure they're curious, but like, are they going on Ancestry to see if maybe they'll match up with somebody or, you know?
Yeah, a lot of people do that now.
Mm-hmm.
Because even I,
I've heard of some stories like that. I've go ahead.
now I'm about to say, because even I have a fake account. I didn't put my real information because I didn't want the company selling my information. So I put under a fake name and everything
Mm-hmm.
to see if I find any family that I don't know about. Because my mom didn't know her mom's side. My mom was raised by her dad, and her mother passed away. She was 15, but she's been with her dad since she was like 5 or 6, for whatever reason. I don't have the clear story, but yeah, I did that too. Because I used to always wonder who I look like. Because me knowing my father's family, I don't really look like them. Even though my mother's father's side, I don't really look like them. I look just like my mother though. And I remember my uncle, we call him Uncle Warren, right? But that's my mother's cousin, right? They're first cousins, but everybody he's like a family matriarch, but he's just a male. He know everybody business. He know the whole bloodline. If you need some family history, he got it. And I remember him coming to me one day, and he was like, "You look just like your grandmother." And I know he's not talking about my father mother, because I'm like, I don't look like that lady at all. So he was like, "Watch, I'm gonna show you a picture." And he called her name. He's like, "Yeah, you look just like Ann. You look just like Ann." And I remember that because he was the one who had all the pictures too. He kept all the family pictures, all the family information. But I don't think he ever showed me that picture because I was always curious what she looked like. Because My grandmother's been a spirit with me since I was a little girl, and I didn't tell my mother that until I got older. She, I didn't want to spook her out, but my grandmother's
Right.
been a ghost in my life. Like, she been my spirit in my life for since I can remember, since I was like 3 years old. And she used to tell me things. And I remember I came to my mother some information one day, and she was like half asleep, and I said a name, and she jumped out. How you know that name? How you know this? And so I said, I got to spoon feed her information that I know.
Thank you so much, Abs. I appreciate it. Thank you for your $10 super sticker, English pound. Appreciate you.
Yeah, so I used to always wonder who I look like. And look, I know my family, so I could imagine people who been raised up in non-blood related family just being curious. Cause I was just curious about one line that I never knew about. And then when I had my daughter, my mother screamed. My mother screamed because my mother was in a room with me, and the men stayed out in the hallway. And my mother was in a room with me. And when they pulled my daughter, my mother screamed so loud. She said, "Oh my gosh, she look like my mother." She screamed so loud. I was like, it was like a scary shriek. I was like, what the hell? That was so scary. But when you see me, my mother, and my daughter walking the streets, everybody stop us and say we look like triplets. We all look identical alike.
Thank you, Abs. You say you
That's
appreciate
funny
your
because
hard work
how
behind the
DNA
scenes.
works.
Thank you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. But I know y'all, we coming up on 2 hours soon in like 4 minutes. I'm gonna try to wrap it up because I do have school.
All right,
Okay.
go about to
Okay.
say.
But I know Gordon was saying about DNA. All right, Gordon.
No, we could talk about it another time because it could be a long story if we talking about DNA. Oh, but I could tell you this that um as far as DNA and how children can look like other people, with me, I don't really look like my dad and I don't really look like my mother, not really. Like, she has Asian features and some people say that they could see well when you see me in person, um they could see the Asian features. However, um I met a lady who was doing some research. This is a long story. That's why I said it's too long. But anyway, basically, one of my grandmother's first cousins, who she didn't know, we found out lived down in California and did not live very far from us. In fact, the woman told me like one of the streets she lived on, we used to live on that same street, my mom and dad. Anyway, so it's just funny how you don't even know who you could be related to and be standing right next to them. Um,
Yeah.
anyway, her daughter told me that I looked like her uncle, which is her mom's brother. And in fact, now that I'm saying that, I remember asking her, did she have a picture of him? And it was through Messenger, and she never responded. And I forgot that she did respond about 3 months ago. I just realized that maybe about a month ago. So I am going to ask her, can I see that picture? But it's just a trip how with DNA, how you can like look like different people, like, you know what I mean?
Mm.
Anyway, we can go ahead because I could talk all day about the DNA and like when Copper mentioned about her grandmother, like a um, what they call it, a guardian angel. I also have a guardian angel, and if I shared the stories, you all would trip out. I know we don't have the time for that now, so we
I
can
know
wrap.
6 o'clock be coming fast as hell.
Right, we don't have the time for that. We can maybe talk about that tomorrow or another day. But I also have a guardian angel, and if I share the stories with you one day, it was weird. Never mind. We'll talk about it later.
Mm.
Unless y'all ready to listen to it tonight.
We could talk
But
about it now. I
Yeah,
got a,
because Von's got kids. She got to
I got,
deal with her babies.
I got a similar story too. How I found my grandmother's family, and when the lady asked for a picture of me, and she was like, "Yes, you our family. You look just like us."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't be trying to rush out, but you see how fast 2 hours go by? But
No.
I know realistically I gotta be back up in 4 hours. So yeah, I
Yeah.
need to go.
Okay, can I just read Warrior? The same with my mom's dad. He passed away before I was born, but I would see his image as a kid. I still see his image. He's one of my guardian angels. See, we could talk about that because I'm gonna be honest with you. I thought all that stuff was just people, you know, their imagination about it until I actually experienced it. And that's a story I'd have to tell. I've experienced it a few times. So there have been situations where I could have been taken out, and I know that was my guardian angel, like literally. Anyway, we could talk about that later, but that'd have to be another story. Maybe tomorrow we could talk about guardian
I about
angels.
to say, yeah, VQ, because I could do it too. I got some real crazy stories like that too. If you want to come up live for us tomorrow to talk about it.
You gonna be off?
Yep, I'm be off tomorrow.
Okay.
So
2 hour drives. Okay, Abs. Take care. Yeah, every morning I'll be like, damn it, why did I do that to myself? I don't be wanting to get up at 6 o'clock, but I have to. Shit, my baby be late for school. But definitely, I do it.
all right, y'all. I
But
appreciate
take care, Abs.
it.
Thank you,
Good night.
Copper.
Good night, everybody in the bushes. Good night, everybody who dropped down. Good night, VQ and Golden. I'll talk to you
Good
later.
night.
Good night,
Okay.
Copper.
I'm dropping down vibes so you can wrap it up.
Okay, Goldie. And just always remember, people, you still up here or you left? Hold on. Oh, you still up here, right? Oh, there you go.
I'm here.
But good night, warrior. No, I was just gonna say that. Yeah, just remember a lot of stuff. You could not open your mouth. You could write on the wall, and at the end of the day, somebody gonna always be upset. They're gonna be upset because you're golden. Okay. So of
Very
course
true,
you know
vibe.
that these people out here, they're never gonna. They know what you be saying and they know that you're right, but they're never gonna say, yeah, she's right. They try to make you look crazy. So yeah, just let them keep it.
Thank you, vibes.
It's
I
too
did. I know
much.
I needed that.
Hmm. Remember what Gemini always say? We'll forever be trying to prove this and prove that and prove this and prove that.
Yeah,
And they're
it's
gonna
the
go
truth.
on and on and on and on and get more and more and more info. So no, ain't nobody doing
It's
that.
the truth.
Yeah. But you still need to post our pictures by YouTube. Let me stop being messy.
Well, you know what?
It's
I know you.
memories. Hmm?
Right. Well, should we do it tomorrow, or should we? Because I know you got to get the kids together. I mean, well, you got to go to bed for the kids. Um, should we do it
Oh yeah,
tomorrow?
I ain't doing all that right now. Yeah, probably
Yeah,
tomorrow in the
we'll do it in
day.
the morning because we've been
Okay.
telling everybody we was at YouTube, and they were like, "Well, we do have photos." And I assured that in the video that my voice was in it, so nobody would say, "Oh, they probably took that video from somebody else."
Oh no. Oh, excuse me. Uh-huh. Well yeah, let's go.
Okay, so we'll see you tomorrow, Warrior, because maybe you can share some of your stories too.
Yeah, and yeah, definitely. I'm gonna see if I can find me something to drink and just be chilling out and Copper telling her story. Warrior, come back so you can talk about guardian angels and you too, Golden.
Okay,
And I can tell y'all some stories about when I was a little girl and my grandma passed, and we got stories. So come back tomorrow, okay?
okay. I'm dropping
Have
down
a
to the
good night.
in the chat. Good night, vibes.
Okay. And thank you all for the gifted memberships. Golden, have you seen us podcast? Thank you. Have you seen us podcast for your super stickers and abs? Shout out to the mods that held the chat down. Thank you to everybody that graced the castle with your presence tonight. Okay? And I'll see y'all later. Have a good night.
We done talking, now it's time to log. Ain't no back and forth, I don't argue in blogs. Said what I meant, and I meant that clear. Soft voice, sharp truth, cut clean in here. No chaos, no shouting, no drag for free. Just calm, cold facts with a little hot tea. If you came for the mess, baby, this ain't that. This castle built peace, yeah, we handle it flat. Don't wait on a clap back, I don't do performing. I exit with a beat, drop and leave without warning. Grown women talk, this the closeout flow, where the vibe gets soft, but the pressure still shows. Subscribe if you get it, join if you bold. The membership heat ain't never been told. We spilling that first, real light, real still, but it cut through fake like a whisper will. This ain't petty, this poise, this presence on cue. With a side of eye, peeped it, but I won't move for you. I'm signed off calm, no extra scene. Just lace on my steps and a crown that's clean. So catch me next drop, or don't at all. This castle don't chase, queen answers a call. The vibe don't yell, it just echo right. Now dim the screen down, we done, good night. Good night, you loves. Thank you so much for coming to the castle tonight. If you enjoyed the vibe, we ask you, subscribe. But if you really want to be part of the family, become a member. That's where the tea spill first. Quiet, clean, and always back. Till next time. Walk good, stay wise. And mind how you move in these YouTube streets.